Hi, my name is Diana Mesa and I will share with you my experience at Singapore and Malaysia. Singapore has a very small and limited territory, a very high population, and lack of natural resources. It is located in Southeast Asia and its territory covers only 697 square kilometers, in which about 5.6 million people live. I think that it is very impressive the way in which, from being a country without anything, they became what they are now. Without resources, they went ahead and positioned themselves within the most important countries of the world. From the moment you arrive, you are amazed at the huge buildings, security, and all the technology they have. This was an unforgettable experience that will serve us a lot to see that we can improve in our country and realize that nothing is impossible. The first visit was to the Mexican embassy, where Ambassador Nathan Wolf attended us. He talked a little about Singapore, how people live there, how Mexicans live, and the relationships that have Mexico and Singapore. For me, it was very important this visit because I could learn many things that I didn't know about the place, and this helped me to admire more everything what they do there and that we have to do here to get ahead as a country. The second visit was to Nanyang Technological University, which is the best in Asia and number 11 in the world. I think that in Mexico we need to pay more attention in education, take more importance, and take advantage of everything that our universities offer us. From the time I arrived, I was amazed by the size of the university. It's like a city that has everything a student needs. Another thing that I found very interesting is that a company as important as Rolls-Royce has its laboratories inside the university. And I think it's a motivation for students to be so close to important companies and carry out projects with them. Within the cultural traits that could be rescued from this university is the students' behavior and the dedication they have. The third visit was to Semana. It was very interesting to me that this company is dedicated to planning cities in different countries to make them better places to live, using the technology, turning them into smart cities, and taking care of the environment, making them eco-friendly. I think it's time that Mexico use the help of companies like this one because technology is progressing more and more and we are staying in the past. We must take advantage of the technologies that exist and the most important thing without contaminating more because we are increasingly depleting more natural resources. In Singapore, they like to plan what they are going to do in the future, and it is good because we must know what our goal is and how we are going to achieve it. What I don't like is that they are very close, and if they first talk something is very difficult to change even if the other thing is better. Our fourth visit was to New Water, a company that it is dedicated to cleaning the dirty water through a process that in a few minutes leaves it clean and ready to use it again. This company carries a very important process in Singapore because they don't have much water, and this is why they recycle it so they don't run out of it. Personally, I didn't know that this process could be done so fast and easy. I think we must implement it in Mexico because all the water that it is contaminated, we don't use it and we lose it. Although fortunately we have a lot of water, but we must take care of it because it is a resource that maybe someday we can end up. Our fifth visit was to DHL, the leading global logistics company. There I was surprised to the amount of packages that they move daily and the way they move inside. It is to admire them the fast they move all the packages and the different furniture that they have so that the work becomes easier. I think they are using the most innovative resources they can to increase their productivity and send more and more packages with the same quality that distinguishes them and positions them as the company they are. What I thought should be improved was the temperature that was in the place, since it was very hot for the employees. What I think Mexico must implement of this company is the organization they have to commit the least number of mistakes and accidents in the packages and the planning they have. The sixth visit was to Singapore City Gallery, where we could observe and interact with different materials to know more about Singapore, as its characteristics, history, and also to see some ideas that are planned for the future. I found it very interesting to see how it was changing from its beginnings when they were not developed until today. And observing, we can realize that we should not lose hope. If they could, we can also do something like that for Mexico. The seventh visit was the National University of Singapore. This is ranked in the number 14 of the best universities in the world. I really like the atmosphere that was in the university and that we were attended by students. I think they are doing very good job to have a good academic level, but also to plan different events for students. In Mexico, I think we should learn that there's time for everything, that there is time to study, and that then there will be time to have fun. Then we traveled to Malaysia, and from the moment we arrived, we noticed the change between the two places. Although I personally love Singapore, I really like the diversity that is in Malaysia. The eighth visit was there, and we went to Madrid. This is a company that is in charge of exporting and importing different products. They mentioned that they have relations with all the countries with the exception of Israel. Another thing we were told was that they export more products than those that they import, and this caught my attention. I think that Mexico should stop depending on a single country as the USA, and that we should start to have more relations with other countries, because it is more likely that in the not so distant future this may affect us. In conclusion, this is going to be an unforgettable experience for me, and I hope that someday we can become a more developed country as there's two countries that we visit. Thanks.